Welcome guys to another video on this AUREX, because I have a bag full of capacitors and the board already out from the chassis, ready to change all the capacitors. And I hope I don't miss any of these ones, and I'm gonna start with the smallest one and then with the bigger one, because on my last video when I was trying to fix this AUREX, I was getting really bad artifacts from the oscilloscope. I'm gonna put the video up here, go and watch it. And yeah, I can blame also the capacitor can do that one, and let's hope after I changing all these capacitor we're gonna have better results. So without further ado, let's crank on. How you can see, it's really tight to get inside of this amplifier. It's really made it really tiny small, and I'm gonna start with these small capacitors around here, this potentiometer, to see how it's going, and then we're gonna carry on with the other ones. So it's really hard to film while I'm changing the capacitors, but I changed already two, and I want to show you something. So this one should be 10 microfarads, 16 volts, and have a look what is measuring. It's measuring 11.9, so almost 12 microfarads, and the ESR 6.3. The ESR is quite high. This one should be a 0.47 microfarads, and is measuring 434 nanofarads with 12 ohm ESR, and voltage loss really high, 3.1%. Definitely these capacitors are quite old and out of specs. Let me show you how measure the new ones that I am putting on. So this one is a 0.47 microfarads, and have a look on measurement. So it's telling me that it's 528 nanofarads. Voltage loss at 0.5%, not like that one, 3.1% voltage loss, and ESR only 3.8, not like the other one that has 6. And then let me measure also 10 microfarad, which I put it in. So these are the 10 microfarads, and the 10 microfarads was measuring, I believe, no, the 0.47 was measuring 12 ESR, and the 10, look at this one, 3 ohm and only 1% voltage loss there. So yeah, definitely are not 5% like how they measuring before. Right, so let me carry on changing capacitor. As I say, it's quite difficult to film while I am changing the capacitor. So I have this one black next to it, and the pins are those two. Let's have a look how it will gonna looks on video changing a capacitor. Right, so that's one, and this one, what it says that is 0.150 volts. So 0.150 volts, they should be these ones that he forgot, or actually he couldn't find them on Mouser, so he got them from eBay. So 0.150 volts, it says that one. This one is 0.150 volts, yeah, has the same value. So let's compare them a bit, just measuring them a bit to see what's the difference on this one and the one that I put them in. So this one is telling me that is 95.75 nanofarads, ESR 36 ohm, and voltage loss 2.3%. And the new one that I am putting in, let's have a look what specs is giving me. This one, yeah, it's not accurate, this one, but anyway, have a look here. 103 nanofarads, voltage loss 0.8, and ESR only 8.9, so definitely is a fresh than that one. So let's put them in. So should be in those two holes over there, right? And now let's give a solder. And as I say, to don't bother you with all this process on changing the capacitors, already changing only these three and measuring between them, you already see that they are really out of specs, and definitely this fresh capacitor, they will gonna do a better job definitely. So I'm gonna go to change all of them, same one by one, take it out, see the value, try to measure a bit, put the other one in, and I'm gonna carry on with the video when I have everything already changed. So here we go, guys. This is a 100 microfarad at 10 volts, which is quite interesting. Look what is measuring. So it's telling me that is an ESR of 0.15 kilo ohm and 85.33 UF. But why is measuring between pin 2 and 3 and I put it to pin 1 and 3? That's really weird. So look, I put it to the pin 1 and 3 also here, and it's measuring really weird, this capacitor. Sometimes was telling me that doesn't exist damage, so I can see here no unknown or damaged part. Yeah, really bad. So let's see the 110 volts, which one are those ones on my pile of capacitors over here, and try to measure the one that I have here. So this one is 116 volts, this one is 1 microfarad 50 volts, this is 200, and this one is 330. So definitely this one 16 volts, it was not a 10 volts. So let's have a look how measuring this one, because that one definitely is really weird. And it's in between pin 1 and 3, and have a look, measuring how should between pin 1 and 3, 100 microfarads, ESR 0.00, and yeah, that one is really weird. That's why always I say, if you have an amplifier which is older than 50 years or 40 years, don't bother measure the capacitors, just go and change all the electrolytics. The electrolytics with the time they get dry and they are not working anymore how should. So yeah, I think I'm gonna change all of them without measuring anymore any, and maybe we're gonna randomly measure at the end few of them. Yeah, let's carry on. So I already changed quite a few of them. They almost all of them measure really bad, so yeah, it's worth changing them. And for tonight I think I'm enough like that. I'm feeling also tired, and it's also late, it's almost 11 o'clock, so I'm gonna leave it like that, and I'm gonna carry on tomorrow. And for you it's gonna be just 1 second. Okay, so far I changed quite a bit of capacitors over there. It's not very easy with this crowded situation over here to get to the capacitors down there. So practically from this all the way around until here, everything is changed, so I need only that sides to change. And I'm gonna carry on the same, and if I find something more special to show you, definitely I'm gonna come to let you know. Alright, so seems that all this 100 microfarads at 10 volts, which I am taking out from this device, are all of them definitely gone completely. Look, I'm measuring between pin 1 and 3, and this one is measuring between pin 2 and 3 and is giving you really bad measurement over there. And yeah, if you can compare with the new one that I'm putting in, so let me find the 100 microfarads, these ones, you're gonna see the difference. Definitely something wrong with those capacitors. See, I'm measuring same between pin number 1 and pin number 3, and let's have a look. See, I'm measuring between and it's telling me that is 99 microfarads, ESR 0.00 ohm, and definitely if I put these ones that I'm taking off from the device and I'm putting same on the same pins between 1 and 3, have a look, there is 1 and 3, and try to measure these ones, all of them so far, the 100 microfarad 10 volts, they are measuring on different pins and definitely are not good. And once we're gonna finish changing all the capacitor, we're gonna have a look on the schematic where are placed these 100 microfarads 10 volts, and maybe we're gonna understand why on my live stream, when I was trying to adjust the DC offset, why I was getting different gain between the channels, because I think these capacitors that measuring really suspect. I never seen something like that. I put it between pin number 1 and pin number 3, and they are measuring capacitor between pin number 2 and pin number 3. Really weird how this measurement is going, and we're gonna understand definitely why I was getting those results when I was doing the oscilloscope test. So yeah, still more capacitor to change. Definitely is not an easy task to change this capacitor with this crowd they have there. Have you seen it also, right? So I check good and I don't miss any capacitors over there. Looks like all of them are changed, and we're gonna give a quick clean everywhere with some alcohol to make sure there is no residue of flux or rosin. Rosin is fine if it's there because do electrical isolation, but if there is flux, sometimes the flux is conductive, so better give a full clean everywhere with IPA, by the way. This is all IPA. And I see here a point that I forget to solder. See, have a look in this point here, missing a point of solder over there. Right, so we should be good right now. Definitely will be much better. So now I know that all the capacitor on side of this amplifier are brand new, and unfortunately I cannot power on my bench power supply because the speaker protection circuit that has this amplifier has one pin that read the AC voltage if it's present. So definitely I need to power with its own transformer. So in this case I need to install everything back in the case and try to power through my dim bulb. And let's hope that the dim bulb will gonna dim, because if it's gonna stay lights up, we messed up some capacitor definitely. So yeah, give me time to install everything back in the case and we're gonna power through the dim bulb. Okay, so you can see this is our speaker protection circuit over here, and as I mentioned that I cannot power with my bench power supply on DC voltage because see the pin number 1 is controlling if the AC straight away after the transformer is present. So let's also have a look what are those 100 microfarad and 10 volts capacitor which were measuring really badly, and to understand what they are doing on the circuit. And as you can see here we have 110, so this is one, this is the second one over there, and I think I changed like 4 of them. So let's have a look where are the other 2. So the other 2 maybe are on the preamplifier section. If we go to have a look, if we check the capacitors around there, let's see if we find, because I remember I changed like 4 of them. But anyway, these ones here, you remember if you watched my live stream, I was playing with this resistor over here to adjust the bias. So practically between this resistor and the capacitor is adjusting the gain of the amplifier. And if this capacitor over here is not on specs, as this one on the other channel not on specs, they are measuring different, definitely you will not be able to have the same equal resistance over here and over here in order to have a stable DC offset, because everything is passing through this capacitor to ground. So if the capacitors are not the same, we can put the same resistors over here to set up the gain, but then the DC offset will gonna be not equal. So that's why now I'm sure these capacitors are okay, and I'm gonna start putting back the original resistance over here. So I make sure that the R518 is 560 ohm and R516 is 46 kilo ohm, and also in the same other channel I'm gonna do the same to make sure that as per original, because what are now is the latest resistor that I changed over there. I need to remember because it was a while ago. And you can see also here we have the 100 microfarad 10 volts on the speaker protection over here, another one, and should be this is the one also that see they're reading the DC present voltage on the speakers output. And definitely I remember it was another one somewhere here that it's part of this 100 microfarad and 10 volts, should be around here anyway. But the importance is that I know that 2 of them are involved properly on the circuit that we was playing on my latest live stream when I was trying to adjust the DC offset on this amplifier. So I have my dim bulb ready over here. I hope that is coming on the picture. So it's only one bulb in function, not both of them. And I can see here the current which is drawing. So for now is nothing because it's not turned it on. So let's turn it on to see what's going on with our dim bulb. So I had the relay click. It's not taking too much current, so it's just taking only 40 milliamps. And let's measure a bit the DC offset on the output. So this is one speaker, so this is the ground over there. So let's see what we have here. So on this channel we have 27 millivolts, and let's see the other channel. So other channel is just 9 millivolts. So I'm gonna need definitely to bring back the resistors to original value, because now it's still the resistor that I used on my last live stream when I was trying to figure out the DC offset between the channels. So I'm gonna say that nothing blow up and everything is working so how should. And there we go, all the capacitor has been changed and successful. Nothing go bang when I power it on. The 40 milliamps is a normal draw current for this small amplifier. The problem with the DC offset that in one channel is just 5 millivolts and another is around 27 is just because if you watch my last live stream, I'm gonna put the link on the description down below that video, you're gonna notice that one channel has a different resistance than the other channel. So definitely that's why now I don't have equal DC offset on the outputs of the both channel, because I still need to install the original resistor, the 47K in. And this one it will gonna be on the next video, because I still need to run an oscilloscope test, I need to adjust the bias and to do also a sound test, because I don't have any more. It will gonna be too long this video and I don't want to make it too long. So I hope you're gonna join me on the next video too, to see the outcome of this amplifier. And also, if you're interested in all the tools which I'm using around my working bench daily, and I'm happy how they are working for me, check the links on the description down below. And if you're interested on a soldering station, maybe in a multimeter or maybe some screwdrivers or any kind of tools and equipment that you need, if you use my link, you're gonna help up my channel a little bit, and I'm gonna be really grateful for that. And if you're new watching my channel, don't forget to subscribe and activate notification bell to don't miss my next videos. And don't forget to give me a like if you enjoy this video. That will gonna help me a lot. And if you want to add something on my repair, leave your comment down below. If you want to ask something about which capacitor we're using and how is the better way to choose which type of capacitor to change, with which capacitor to change, leave your comment down below. I'll be more than happy to answer your comments. And until the next time guys, have a good one and bye bye.